everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm B, an artist here on YouTube and the shop owner of Smudge Toe Studios. Today I am starting fresh with a new sketchbook. The last sketchbook I drew on this channel I've had, I think, since starting my YouTube channel. It's a very big sketchbook and it's also filled with a lot of messy, non-aesthetic sketches. So I've decided to leave that one just for that and start a new one that's much smaller and easier for me to finish. All the stickers I'm using are mine. I have a basket of Misfit stickers that didn't come out quite right, so I just decided to use some of those to decorate. Since I've never finished a sketchbook and done a sketchbook tour on my channel, I think it would be really cool to start numbering my sketchbook starting with this one, which I'm counting as the first. I got the idea from an art account called Static Wool, and I'm excited to start keeping track of my sketchbooks this way and see how many I make throughout the years. So today what I'm drawing is an animal that I've never drawn before. Because that is an art prompt I'm following from my summer sketchbook challenges prompt list that I just made. It's a pretty easy prompt list that just has 10 different challenge ideas that you can include in your sketchbook. I made this prompt list because it's hard for me to get motivated to draw in a physical sketchbook. I find it a lot more intimidating than digital art, and I really wanted to have fun ideas that would also help me get out of my comfort zone. So the rules are very simple. The prompts are not numbered, so you can pick anyone that interests you and then just complete it as you want throughout the summer. There's technically no deadline, but since it is currently June, I don't think it will take too long to finish, so it is limited to the summer. I probably won't be completing all of the prompts on my channel, but a lot of them I will be sharing through Draw With Me videos if you want to draw along. I picked the prompt animal I've never drawn before because I love drawing animals in my sketchbook, and then I've been seeing these little weasel ermine. Are they called ermine or ermine? I don't know how to pronounce it, but these little guys all over my Pinterest, and I've been wanting to draw them. For the colors, instead of going with the accurate brown and white that these little weasels are, I wanted to make them into little fruit characters because I just can't help turning animals into fruit. I don't know, it's my favorite thing. So this first one is a strawberry or strawberry inspired, and I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely my favorite. You'd think that the more I'd color, the more warmed up I'd get, but I always feel like my best is right at the beginning for some reason. Not that I don't like my other ones, but there's definitely a couple of regrets I made later on. For the markers that I'm coloring with, I'm using my Ohuhu marker set. I think I have had these for a couple of years now, and they're still holding up great. I love this brand because the quality is, in my opinion, unbeatable for the price. I know there's higher end alcohol markers, but your girl cannot justify the price of Copic markers, so Ohuhu is definitely the way to go. I have the one I'm using linked down below. A little bit about this sketchbook, since I forgot to mention it in the beginning. The brand is, I think it's pronounced Paperage, and I just got it on Amazon. I was searching for a high quality small sketchbook specifically. I think this size is somewhere around 5'8", and I really love the size of it, and I like the color that I picked out, but I will say it's not the highest quality of pages. I think you can also use it for journaling, so it's kind of like a multi-purpose sketchbook journal, and I don't know why I really couldn't find many small sketchbooks on Amazon. So if you have any suggestions, if you found a really good sketchbook, let me know so that I have an idea of what to get for my next sketchbook. I just know that I can't use this one for watercolor. I will still be using it for gouache and alcohol markers, but I am expecting a lot of bleed through. I don't have too high of expectations for it. Yeah, it's definitely not the best quality paper for multimedia. But instead of that, stopping me from using heavier colors in the sketchbook. I'm just going to plan my sketches around it a little bit. So like the next page, I might have some stickers or washi tape or something to cover up what's showing through. I'm not too concerned because I want the sketchbook to be really fun, and I know I'm going to be trying out a lot of new things, so I don't have any crazy expectation of it looking perfect. It's just going to be more of a safe place for me to feel like I can push my skills. For the next little ermine that I'm coloring in, I chose like a blueberry inspired color palette. So I just chose like a mid-toned purple to start, and then going back over with some light blue, and I'm starting the colors out really lightly to kind of get an idea of where I want to place the colors and what I want it to look like. For this ermine, I didn't do the gradient like I did for the first one. I stuck with mostly mid-tones, and then the very end I went back and added some line art and some more heavy shadows with a dark blue. I was trying to color it in the same way that I color in actual blueberries, keeping them light and mid-toned, and then using my shadows really carefully. Now, I do have a couple of regrets with this one. The first big regret is that I wasn't really paying attention when I was drawing the eyes, and when I filled them in, I didn't want to get too close to the paper. I didn't want my head to be showing, so I just colored it in from afar, and I colored the eyes like way too big, and so it just kind of looks silly. I don't like how that turned out. And the other regret I had was not leaving space up top for a little leaf or anything like that. I put leaves on most of their heads, but I left out a couple, and I wish that I put them on all of them, because I just feel like without it, they don't really look like fruit. They're just a fun color weasel, which is fine. But yeah, I do wish that I left a little bit of space up top. You'll see in, I think with this one that I'm coloring in right now, this little orange or like peach inspired one, I did put a little leaf on top even though it was already colored in by the blue, and so it does kind of look muddy, but it still looks cute. I like it. And then I did this little matcha inspired one. Again, I really wish, I think I'm gonna go back and add a little leaf to his head because it's so cute. This one might be my other favorite one. I love just this green gradient. It's very simple. I didn't overcomplicate this one, partly because he is so small, but also because I just love the simple green. I think it's so cute. I really want to turn this matcha inspired ermine and the strawberry one into stickers, but I think I'm going to have to recolor them digitally because I don't know how to scan traditional artwork. I should look up videos on how to do that, but for now I think I might just go ahead and scan them and color them in again. But they're definitely my favorite. They're so cute. For the green, I'm adding shadow with a teal to kind of break up the more yellow toned green. I really like that pairing of yellow toned green with blue toned green. I just think it gives a lot of dimension. I do kind of wish that I kept it a little bit more mid-toned because I don't think it needed all of that shadow, but I still think it looks cute. And then for this last guy, he was my biggest challenge, I think, because I really wanted it to be like a lemon themed, and I should have just worked on the color with this mid-tone yellow. I feel like I could have gotten it dark enough if I just kind of went over it, and I definitely should have done that because I ended up going over it with like a yellowish brown color and then also with a orange, and so it just doesn't look very lemony at all. Another color that I think may have looked better is a green for some of the details. But yeah, instead I did like a yellow to orange palette, and I kind of think it looks like a lion. I also don't really think that I drew this weasel very well. So yeah, it keeps looking like a lion to me. I couldn't get it out of my head. And then on top of that, I ended up drawing the nose orange too, which just kind of furthered the look of it looking like a lion. So just picture it looking more like a lemon in your mind. Also, my camera died without me knowing, so I wasn't able to get the end results of this last one. Oh yeah, and I did go back and add leaves to the top of it, hoping that it would kind of save it from looking not like a lemon. It still doesn't, but whatever. I think it's fine. It's cute enough. And then to finish everything off, I just chose this light blue color and some stars, and I'm just filling in the background. I used to never fill in my backgrounds of a sketchbook spread. I would leave them white because I was scared that the background color would kind of mess up the look. And I think that's why I chose such a light background color. I was gonna go with pink, yellow, and blue in different sections and really chop up the colors, but I just decided to go a little bit safer and just do this light blue, which I think looks super cute, really sketchy. I didn't blend it or color it in too carefully. I just kind of scribbled, and I really like that look. That's basically it. After I'm done scribbling in the rest of the background, all of my fruit/tea-ish themed ermine are complete. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments, and let me know if you guys also do this challenge, specifically this prompt, what animal it is that you've never drawn. This has definitely inspired me to draw a lot more animals that I haven't drawn, so there will definitely be more animals like this in my sketchbook. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And if you are looking for another video to watch, feel free to check out my latest shop update vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!